Hello there, my name is Kevin Odongo, CEO of Fred's Ranch School of Hospitality, and to everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the sky. So that's why in this session we are talking about understanding seasons. Welcome to Hospitality Masterclass. And today I'm privileged to sit with the MD of Fred's Ranch, Victor Machoka.
Thank you.
You're welcome to this Hospitality Masterclass. It's always a pleasure to have you engage. And we're talking about understanding seasons just a few hours ago, and you said something very powerful about seasons and laws.
You know, this is such an important topic because especially right now we are going through a difficult season as a country. Kenya is in the middle of a lockdown, and I know many other countries also across the world in the middle of a lockdown. And most guys are asking themselves, what do we do? What do we do in this season? And we just thinking, let's talk about this season.
Yes.
And so as we were meditating on this, we were saying, man, seasons, the most important thing to understand is seasons change.
Yes.
Seasons, the exact definition of season is something that has a beginning and an ending.
Yes.
And everything has got a season. Everything has got a season.
Yes.
There's a season when, I mean, if you just look at even physiologically, you've got night and day, sun, snow, you've got rain and shine, you've got seasons of famine and drought, you've got seasons of surplus and plenty. We've got seasons all over. And those are big seasons now, you know, when we talk about the globe and all that. But then there are also private seasons.
Yes.
There are seasons that are specific to a country. There are seasons that are specific to an individual. Seasons keep changing, and the only thing that is constant is that change.
Yeah. And I'm reminded of, respecting the laws in the season.
Yes.
And it's important to understand what are these laws that work for this farmer in this season of planting.
Yes.
If you don't understand the laws, the analogy you're giving about banking, when equity came into the limelight, it understood the law of supply and demand.
Yes.
So even in our own lives, you have to understand what kind of law that is working for you.
Yes.
And how to be able to apply it in that season.
Yes.
Because you can be so smart, you can be so ready, but you don't understand certain laws, like the law of process.
You're talking about different laws, and we are talking to a generation that enjoys quick success.
Yes.
We love being overnight successes.
Oh, you can say that again.
And what guys don't understand is sometimes it will take you 15 years to become an overnight success.
Yes.
Sometimes it will take you 20 years to become an overnight success.
Yes.
And there's the law of process.
Yes.
The process is very simple. The more laws you understand about a particular field of study, the more successful you're going to be. When mankind up to 1901, they only understood the law of gravity.
Yes.
No man could fly.
Yes.
And you can never convince a man that they can fly.
You can't.
But the Wright brothers came and looked and said, listen, there is another law at play.
Yes.
Because the birds are heavier than gravity. They are heavier than a feather, but somehow they are flying.
Yes.
How are they able to fly? And through a long, rigorous, and expensive process, they were able to discover the law of aerodynamics.
Yes.
Now, the law of aerodynamics does not negate the law of gravity. No. It adds on to that law.
It actually plays into it. Yes.
Because truth is parallel.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Truth is parallel. So it will never contradict.
Yes.
If something is contradicting another thing, then one of them is not truth.
Yes.
So understanding different laws makes you better equipped to manage the seasons.
And even how to work, on these laws. And we're talking about the law of timing, which is very, very important. Because you have to respect the law of timing, because we're talking about understanding seasons.
Yes.
And we're in a time where COVID has happened.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys are crying. But I remember we were just discussing and saying, but there are people who are thriving in COVID. There are people who are thriving. There are people who are doing things differently.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
There are people who become millionaires.
Yeah. So we two people going through the same season.
Yeah.
But one person needs to know that there is timing for everything. Maybe it's a time for you to be able just to recollect back and learn. Maybe it's a time for you to be able to observe. Maybe it's a time for you to be able to go back to school, or is a time for you to be able to, hold back, because there are certain things that happen within spheres of time that we need to be able to embrace.
And you see, when you're talking about an individual,
Yes.
let's talk about seasons for
Yes.
an individual, like you're saying.
Yes.
You need to understand your own personal season.
Yes.
And what you need to do to play your best card in every season.
In every season.
Because as an individual, you, like I said, you can be going through your own COVID.
Yes.
There are things that can happen in your life that are so disruptive, but if you don't understand how you are supposed to adapt to those things,
Yes.
then you're going to miss the boat.
Yes.
Because let me tell you, the seasons will change. The one thing that you can guarantee is the seasons are going to change.
Yes.
It is not the business of the rain to inform the farmer that it's coming. That's not the rain's business.
I like that.
It is the business of the farmer to understand that the rain is coming.
Yes.
Each season is supposed to pull out a different facet of you.
Yes.
Each season is an opportunity, especially the change, is an opportunity for you to pause and reflect and understand, where am I supposed to be? What is this season trying to draw out of me? And when you understand how seasons change, because they really change differently.
Yes.
When you understand how seasons change, you can look at the clouds and say, this season is coming.
Yes.
You can look at the calendar and say, normally around this time, this season comes.
Yes.
You need to develop that skill as an individual.
Yes.
Because we are constantly in that place where you're changing.
Where you're changing. And change is the most permanent thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
When you're in class 8 and you move to Form 1, the dynamics change.
Yes.
When you're in Form 4 and you move to university, the dynamics change.
Yes.
When you're in business, you move to employment, the dynamics change.
Yes.
So they will constantly keep changing. The question is, have you picked up what you need to pick up from that season to equip you for the next change?
Yes. And you see, we live in a world where we are trying to rush the process. We live in a world where we are trying to compare ourselves with so and so.
Yes.
And you see, when you understand your season, you won't be able to compare yourself. And the greatest comparisons are the comparisons of our past, the comparisons of who is doing what, the comparisons of why not me, why my age mates, my classmates did this, my age mates did this, why am I not doing this? Because you don't understand your season. Naturally, there are four seasons, or if I may say, there's the summer, there's winter, there's autumn, there's spring.
Yes.
So you need to understand, is it my season of summer? Is it my season of spring? Is it my season of going back to the closet and recollecting my assets? Is it my season of discovering myself?
Yes.
Is it my season of going to because a lot of people that are on social media and spend time. The other day, a friend of mine was having a conversation and we're saying that a lot of people that are on social media sometimes don't know that the people that are on social media, sometimes they're displaying something that is not real. Somebody will take a photo, maybe they're in the plane today, then they change the clothes, then you think they're traveling.
Yes.
But they're not traveling.
Yeah.
But you buy into that and you want to be able to be like that person because you don't understand your seasons.
Yes.
I think the greatest thing that can happen to us as individuals is a discovery of who we are. When you understand yourself and how to align yourself in every season of your life, then you'll be free.
You see, when you understand yourself and you understand that there's different aspects of yourself, there's aspects of yourself that you have not even discovered.
Yes.
There are things about you that you don't know. There are things about you, of course, that the world doesn't know.
Yes.
When you understand that, then you treat every season as an opportunity to transition.
Yes.